Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you had a good weekend. It is March 27th. We're going to look at a little technical analysis. We're going to look at Silvergate, this bankrupting bank, maybe. GME, Bed Bath & Beyond. We'll go over some of that. The plays I made today. Futures, options, sub up, like up, comment down. Happy Money sticks around. You can follow us on Twitter at HappyMoneyYT, as well as Discord. Link for those are in the description. Free to join. Yes, over the weekend, the Fed basically said more backstops for banks, more propping up. So pretty bullish coming into Monday. Had a gap up of about 0.5% on the SPY. And some of the regional banks are rallying. But SPY basically sold off and then just did this U kind of midday. So TA wise, it still looks bullish to me. Still kind of have this inverted head and shoulders. We've got a bullish MACD. Green candles over the 9 here, as well as here. We'll see what happens once we get a little higher. I mean, that 400 range is going to be a point of contention probably. But we might break that, and if we do, I think we'll probably see this 405 resistance up here before potential top. So yeah, it's not a very strong rally. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on in the background that could scare the market at any time. But yeah, we'll see. I mean, TA, we're looking still kind of bullish, so I'm gonna keep riding that. I did buy Silvergate on Friday. If you guys watched my Friday recap video, ton of volume on it. Traded, let's see, 141 million volume on Friday. Set up that engulfing candle and basically just held up nicely. You know, rallied up. I bought some here, kind of chasing it, but I figured it would still a good chase. I usually wait for consolidation, but in this case it worked out. Bought some here and then bought some more on this dip to VWAP. So only put in about $2,000 total in shares, and then just held those through. Had a gap up on it. Let's see, had a gap up pre-market and then kind of sold back off. Almost completely filled the gap this morning before rallying. Made the same little double top here, like I did yesterday. It just happened earlier. And I sold a couple cover calls up here. Not as many as I maybe should have, but yeah, I sold 2 for the 2.5 strike, just weeklies. IV on this thing is crazy, so it makes a lot of sense to sell cover calls on it. Since I figure, I don't know, this thing is having some sustained rally. This bank, I can't remember the name of it, but a bank in North Carolina bought SVB, and that is also increasing bullish sentiment on these banks that are potentially going bankrupt. As Silvergate said, they're probably just going to end up liquidating. So there's that bullish news as far as the Fed, and then maybe sentiment about banks getting bought. And then on Silvergate itself, there was news that MicroStrategy paid off their loan. Their loan to Silvergate, $205 million prepayment on secured loan. So a few different bullish cows for it. And basically, if this thing doesn't go bankrupt or it's a potential buyout, it's at a great price, and I think it would probably get bought out for a higher price than here. Market cap right now is 63 million. Financials last quarter were awful because of the crypto. Its ties to crypto. It was negative 1 billion last quarter, but prior quarters it was net profitable, 43 million, 38 million, 27 million. So small bank, but you know, it wasn't doing too bad, minus its exposure to crypto at that point. So we'll see. There's still some value here. And then the catalyst last week on Friday was that another company wanted to buy up its technology. So very speculative, very risky. Chart does look bullish, volume does look very bullish, and probably just hold my shares and probably try and sell some more weekly covered calls tomorrow if we get any kind of rally like this again. Looking for somewhat of a daily top, and then either selling 2.5 or maybe 3, depending on how high we rally. Yeah. GME kind of moved with the market today, however, it was more bearish, so giving back some of its gains from last week. Early in the trading session, down like 5% at one point, and then kind of showed pretty good strength and rallied a bit, and then now it's back down 2.5%, come back down to VWAP. GME is fixed, which I think it probably is, but I don't know. It looks like it's consolidating up here at this higher level after the gap up from earnings, and so it could very well, given the right market conditions, have a rally earnings continuation from here. Would like to see that maybe happen pretty soon. Tomorrow also is T+2 from last week, and a lot of options expired in the money that were out of the money last week, so might get some action tomorrow on GME. And so I got some more calls for January at the money. Yeah, and we're still waiting on the 10K. So they've always released their 10K. There's been a few times where it's been late, but most of the time they release it the same time as any of their other filings around earnings. And this one is late, so they have until I think April 3rd. I've heard different dates, but potentially if something bullish is on that, we could see a big rip on that. If it's NFT dividend or NFT spin-off, or I don't even know, anything with maybe forced closure of shorts, of course it could go crazy. I see more things that would be bearish if it was a merger acquisition, which is higher likelihood of that if there's a delayed 10K. And if it is a merger acquisition, I think the stock industry will probably sell off on that. Or it could just be nothing. It could be the fact that this was a profitable quarter and it beat expectations by a huge amount, and the annualized filings, the 10Ks, are audited. So it's taking longer, along with their NFT marketplace. So a lot more to kind of go through and with the audit. So could be that. It might be nothing on it, but we can, I guess, just speculate at this point. So BBBY is actually down today, down 3.3%. Came down, retested this, let's see, 77, kind of 80 level. It broke the 80 level, did 77 again. On the little longer time frame, hourly here, it is basically triple bottoming. So it's good so far. It's not going down, not downtrending. It's flattening out, which is what you want. We'll just see if it's new lows after this consolidation or new highs. And that, to me, will be the decider of which way it's going to keep going for the foreseeable future. So 1 bottom, 2 bottom, 3 bottoms here. And if it breaks kind of this 88, 90 cent level and kind of holds, this will have been the bottom, and we will sustain a rally. Probably up to $1 pretty quickly. If it breaks this kind of 75, 76, 75 cent level, probably going to come down. The all-time low was 75 cents that we made back here in pre-market. Doesn't necessarily count being pre-market, but yeah. I think the threshold, the 75 cents, below that 75 cents, I believe the warrant holders are actually losing money on their position. So that might be a floor where it's just not going to get below. And that maybe is what we're seeing. It's just kind of consolidating above that level. So not too sure, but that could be a potential for where it's hanging out now. Still haven't had any news from BBY. Might get some in the after hours. Today was the record date for all the shareholders for potential vote on a reverse split. If we do get news, it would either be a filing, or I think they could just send out a proxy vote for reverse split date and then the amount of split, what it would split for. I think they could just go straight to that. But at this point, we don't know if they're going to even propose a reverse split, or for what amount, or for what date. But I think they have the option to now, because they've submitted the filing and had a record date. And today was record date, so yeah, we will see. Let's see, I didn't do anything else on BBBY today. Last Friday, I had $1.50 cash secured puts that I let get assigned. So got more shares. I don't remember where I was at before, but I'm at 6,400 now on this account. 6,400 with, not sure if this is accurate or not, but it says cost basis, trade price is $1.88, so might be around $1.88. That's adding the premiums from cash secured puts and I think covered calls on it. And then of course I still have these 1 strike cash secured puts for this Friday, and then with the premium I received with that, which was $486, I bought calls for April. I did this all last week. Calls for April, the 1 strike also. So kind of a double bullish play there, using the premium I received to sell options that are short dated to then buy options with more time. SPY's flushing down here. Not sure what's going on, but that broke the VWAP. And GME's come down with it also. Nat gas sold off more. I might close out of this tomorrow. I'm assuming it'll probably get a bounce. Maybe it's just giving us a little RSI divergence because this is a lower low than here now, and our RSI is higher. So hopefully today is the low on nat gas. My contracts expire tomorrow though, so I don't think it automatically rolls over. I might have to close them or let them close and then rebuy back in. But since I'm now negative on my margin, I probably won't be able to buy as many. Right now I have 8 of them, down 7,700 on it, unfortunately. Today's down 2,300, so I'd like to see nat gas rally. It is at kind of a historic level, basically around this $2 price. So here's a 1-year chart, here's a 5-year chart. So when it's dipped below there, it's pretty quickly come back up. Nat gas here. Here's a 25-year chart. So this is that $2 level, $2. So 1, 2, 3. It's basically hit around $2 3 times. This is a big chart though, so this, you know, this is down here for about a year this time. So we'll see. I'm not sure how long I'll hold out on it, but it'd be nice to get some margin back so I can trade once again. Yep, that's nat gas. There is a flush on GME and SPY there. Here's our options account today. So those are the 2 cover calls I sold on Silvergate. 2.5 strike for this Friday. We're up 43%. Received $62 for those 2 calls on weeklies, which is crazy. If I sold next week and I sold 13 of them, which would have been all my shares, 1,300 shares, I could have received basically half of the cost to even enter the position on shares, which is pretty wild. And I maybe should have done that, but kind of trying to slowly grind up the stock price and selling cover calls as it rallies, because this thing's holding up very well. I mean, the relative strength is not relative strength, but just holding up well. So someone's buying it. I mean, it could flush, I guess, at any time, but yeah, it's working out pretty well so far. That's what I got for you guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on Discord and see you tomorrow in the live stream. Make sure to hit the notification bell. We stream all day on this channel, streaming options, futures trading, stocks, looking at technical analysis, grabbing plays, closing plays, opening plays. All right, peace out.